morning and welcome to our flagpole prayer service. Our scripture passage for the month of November comes from Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He refreshes my soul. He guides me along the right paths for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. Surely your goodness and love will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Joe is going to lead our morning reflection.
This morning's scripture passage reminds us that God is always there for us in our times of struggle. Everyone goes through struggles at some point or another, especially in high school. A very recent such time in my life was the ending of my senior football season. It was a constant joy to go to practice. Just being able to work with my friends and coaches was something I look forward to every day. My senior season was an especially amazing season, filled with good lessons and even better people, which makes it even harder for me to accept that it's over. My faith played a big role in football as well. If you've ever watched our warm-ups, you might have noticed that towards the end, I would always take the time to separate myself from the group and take a minute to pray and thank God for everything I have. I carry this tradition through the season, always making time for God. With football season now officially over, not being able to go to practice legitimately feels like a hole in my day. It's one of those things that I didn't really know how much I loved it until it was gone. But all seasons must end, but thankfully, my experience with St. Francis football provided me truly great friends and mentors that have helped me on my journey. I can't tell you how much of an impact all these people have had on my life. Honestly, I wouldn't be the same man I am today without them. And the good news is, those relationships will continue even though the season has ended. In times like these, I am thankful to have my faith to help guide me through. It has helped me see the blessings of this season and my 4-year career, even despite the sadness of realizing that it's over. What I know for sure is that God is always there, here for all of us, and when times are dark and when I'm walking through a valley, I like to look back at a poem that my dad gave me when I was younger. This poem is called Footprints in the Sand, and I want to end this reflection by reading you the poem to remind you that God is and always will be there for you. Last night, I had a dream. I dreamed I was walking along the beach with the Lord. Across the sky flashed scenes from my life. For each scene, I noticed 2 sets of footprints in the sand. One belonged to me, the other to the Lord. After the last scene of my life flashed before me, I looked back at the footprints in the sand. I noticed that at many times along the path of my life, especially at the very lowest or saddest times, there was only one set of footprints. This really troubled me, so I asked the Lord about it. Lord, you said once I decided to follow you, you'd walk with me all the way. But I noticed that during the saddest and most troublesome times of my life, there was only one set of footprints. I don't understand why, when I needed you the most, you would leave me. The Lord replied, "My son, my precious child, I love you and I would never leave you. During your times of suffering, when you could see only one set of footprints, it was then that I carried you."
Are there any special intentions to lift up this morning?